Welcome to the fascinating world of Japan's ancient history. Today, we will explore the origins of Japanese civilization, focusing on two pivotal periods, the Jomon and the Yayoi. These eras mark profound cultural transformations that shaped the Japan we know today, and their stories are filled with innovation, resilience, and deep spiritual connections to nature. Let's begin with the Jomon period, which stretches from roughly 14,000 BCE to about 300 BCE. The word Jomon literally means cord pattern in Japanese, a name derived from the distinctive impressions left on their pottery. These early Japanese potters crafted vessels with intricate, decorative patterns using cords and stamps, creating some of the oldest pottery in the world. This pottery was not only functional, but also artistically expressive, indicating a developed sense of craftsmanship and aesthetic sensibility. The Jomon people were primarily hunter-gatherers, living in a world rich with natural resources. They inhabited coastal regions, river valleys, and forests, where they relied heavily on fishing, hunting, and gathering wild plants. Their fishing techniques were advanced. They used fishhooks, nets, and weirs, which allowed them to efficiently harvest abundant marine life along Japan's coastlines. They also hunted deer, boar, and other land animals, supplementing their diet with nuts, berries, and tubers. Their settlements were often semi-permanent or seasonal, composed of pit dwellings, houses dug into the ground with wooden or stone frameworks. These early villages were surprisingly organized, sometimes with communal spaces for ceremonies and gatherings, hinting at social cohesion and spiritual life. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Jomon culture is their spiritual and ritual life. Archaeologists have uncovered clay figurines called dog, which often feature exaggerated facial features, including large eyes and prominent noses. These figurines are believed to have played a role in fertility rituals, shamanistic practices, or protective charms. Some dog are highly elaborate, suggesting a spiritual significance beyond mere decoration. The Jomon people also built ceremonial sites, such as stone circles and burial mounds. Their spiritual worldview was deeply connected to nature. Mountains, rivers, animals, and celestial bodies all played roles in their mythologies and rituals. Their reverence for nature and their adaptability allowed them to thrive in Japan's diverse environments for thousands of years. As time progressed, a new cultural influence began to emerge, marked by the arrival of the Yayoi people around 300 BCE. The Yayoi period, named after the region where their distinctive artifacts were first discovered, represented a revolutionary shift in Japan's social and technological landscape. The Yayoi introduced rice cultivation to Japan, a practice that would have an enormous impact on society. They brought with them wet rice farming techniques from the Asian mainland, which required irrigation systems, terraced fields, and collective labor. This new form of agriculture led to food surpluses, population growth, and more permanent settlements. Along with rice farming, the Yayoi introduced advanced metalworking technologies, bronze and later iron tools for farming, weaponry, and crafts. These metals were used to create agricultural implements, weapons, and decorative items, elevating the productivity and complexity of their society. The Yayoi also brought new pottery styles, more simplified and functional than the elaborate Jomonware. Their pottery was often monochrome or lightly decorated, designed for everyday use rather than ritual purposes. They built more durable, permanent homes and began forming small villages that eventually grew into larger communities. One of the most significant changes during this period was the development of social hierarchies. As food surpluses increased and communities grew, leaders and elites emerged, people who controlled land, resources, and craft production. Burial sites from the Yayoi period revealed differences in grave goods, indicating social stratification and the rise of a ruling class. Trade and cultural exchange with the Asian continent, especially Korea and China, also intensified during the Yayoi era. This contact brought new technologies, ideas, and cultural influences, which further accelerated Japan's development. It's believed that the Yayoi people were not a single homogeneous group, but a mixture of indigenous Jomon descendants and migrants from the continent. Over time, the cultural and genetic blending of Jomon hunter-gatherers and Yayoi farmers created a diverse and resilient population that laid the foundation for Japan's later civilizations. The transition from the Jomon's semi-nomadic lifestyle to the Yayoi's settled agricultural society was not abrupt, but a gradual evolution, reflecting adaptability and innovation. Today, the legacy of these ancient peoples endures in Japan's archaeology, traditions, and even in the DNA of its modern population. The Jomon's artistic expression and spiritual connection to nature continue to influence Japanese culture, while the Yayoi's innovations in rice farming, metallurgy, and social organization set the stage for subsequent historical periods. In essence, Japan's ancient history is a story of resilience and cultural fusion, an ongoing journey of adaptation that spans millennia. From the intricately decorated Jomon pottery to the rice terraces of the Yayoi, these periods reveal how early peoples responded to their environment, innovated, and laid the groundwork for the vibrant civilization that would follow. Thank you for taking this journey into Japan's ancient origins. If you found this story intriguing, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you don't miss our next exploration into the mysteries of history. Until next time, keep exploring the past to understand the foundations of our future.